Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Things are getting absolutely crazy right now surrounding the Indiana fever, and the latest developments have a lot of fans asking serious questions. I've been telling you guys to pay attention to what is happening behind the scenes, and now it seems like Lin Dunn is making her position clearer than ever. A lot of people believe there is an ongoing effort to undermine Caitlin Clark, and the comments and narratives being pushed publicly are only adding more fuel to that fire. What's really raising eyebrows is the connection between Lin Dunn and Dan Dakich. If you've followed Indiana sports for any length of time, then you already know these two have known each other for years. We're talking about a relationship that goes back more than a decade. That is why every time Dan Dakich speaks about Caitlin Clark, fans immediately start wondering whether he's simply sharing his own opinion or helping amplify a message that others want pushed into the public conversation. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark continues to find herself at the center of controversy after controversy, and many Fever fans are becoming increasingly frustrated with the direction of the organization. The big question now is simple. What exactly is going on behind the scenes, and what role does Lin Dunn really play in all of it? Take a look at this. Dan Dakich frequently features Indiana Fever GM Lin Dunn as a guest on the Dan Dakich Show to discuss the WNBA. Now, he's been bringing her on for quite a long time, and even recently, just 21 hours ago, he posted, "Love Coach Dunn." Okay. Now, he's already revealed that he gets a lot of his information directly from inside the Indiana Fever front office and organization. And you know where many people believe that information is coming from: Lin Dunn. This is a relationship that has existed for over 10 years. You think they're not talking? Take a look at this right here. Before we even get into him talking crazy, let's listen to him validate where he's getting this information from. Because once you understand the connection between Dan Dakich and Lin Dunn, a lot of these comments start making much more sense. Again, we're talking about a relationship that goes back more than a decade. That's not a casual connection. That's years of communication, years of trust, and years of access. So before anybody dismisses what he's saying, pay attention to how closely connected these two have been for a very long time. Now, let's hear what Dan Dakich had to say.
System's great. The star is a pain in the ass. And they haven't won enough with the star. He mentions Michael Jordan, he mentions Bird, he mentions Magic, he mentions the Jackson 5. All those won at incredible levels with those guys. Fever haven't won shit. Nothing, zero, zip, not one thing with Caitlin Clark. A little bit different. Now the system is great. Like, I don't get this shit off of a bathroom wall and take a piss and say, you know what? Caitlin Clark's a diva. I talk to people inside the organization. I got people everywhere. I do. I mean, you can make fun of me, whatever, but I do. And what I'm telling you is 1,000% true.
What he said was, "I talk to people inside the organization." We know you have a relationship with Lin Dunn that goes back over a decade. We know that. We know that you two are close. You just confirmed it on social media when you posted, "Love Coach Dunn." Come on. This is Lin Dunn. Take this video right here as Lin Dunn talking directly to you, because that's exactly what this is. So you hear him saying it's 1,000% true. You hear him talking about how, according to him, everybody in the organization feels a certain way about Caitlin Clark and how the organization wants nothing to do with her. Now, watch this. This is Lin Dunn talking to you. Remove his face from the screen and put Lin Dunn right there instead. That's how closely connected these comments appear to be. When you consider the history between Dan Dakich and Lin Dunn, along with the fact that he openly says he talks to people inside the organization, it's not difficult to understand why so many fans immediately make that connection. Again, this relationship goes back more than 10 years. That's why every statement is being examined, and every comment is generating reactions from Indiana Fever fans who are trying to figure out what is really happening behind the scenes. This is in regard to how Stephanie White feels about Caitlin Clark. Now, remember, Caitlin Clark said, "I ride with Coach White." He's going to tell you exactly how Lin Dunn and Stephanie White are feeling. Remember, this is Dunn talking to you directly, people.
When you don't see it publicly. Yeah, total horse shit. Somebody told her what to say. Somebody gave her, I ride with her. She has my back. She can't stand you, and rightfully so. Oh, I guarantee you. I mean, she knows that you got rid of Christy Sides, who was the coach of the year in the WNBA. She knows that you're a diva. Hey, look, nobody is smarter in women's basketball than Steph White. I mean, nobody. Zero, zip, nada. And she knows that you are an absolute menace. And you don't win enough. That's the bigger issue. I mean, you're on a 500 team now. Are the Fever tough enough to work through this? They haven't been. They had their best run without Caitlin Clark. They did. So, again, what a great country when this is what we're discussing. A woman who's never won nothing, playing in a league of angry African-American lesbians, for a coach that's trying to actually coach her, and she won't accept it, but we're all supposed to genuflect, not me.
She can't stand you, and rightfully so. That is a lie. That is a lie. So this is Lin Dunn coming up to you and saying, Caitlin Clark's a diva, Stephanie White can't stand her. Oh, you got Christy Sides fired. Oh, and Stephanie White is one of the smartest basketball minds in the world. Subbing your best player out in the first 3 minutes of the first quarter is one of the smartest things in the world. Playing 11 different players in the first quarter? The smartest thing in the world. I mean, you're a .500 team now. Are the Fever tough enough to work through this? They haven't been. They had their best run without Caitlin Clark. They did. So again, what a great country when this is what we're discussing and she won't accept it. Lesbians for a coach that's trying to actually coach her, and she won't accept it. But we're all supposed to genuflect. Not me. No, not I. All right, here's Whitlock. He had some... So you already heard him say, listen, nobody wants anything to do with Caitlin Clark in this organization. This is Lin Dunn talking to you. No, none of us want anything to do with Caitlin Clark in this organization. She's a menace. She's this. She's that. This is Lin Dunn talking to you. Pay attention.
Hold on. So you think, Whitlock does, that Stephanie White isn't setting the entire offensive system up, which she 1,000% has. But it doesn't mean others don't play. It doesn't mean others can't thrive. It doesn't mean others can't fill a role. I mean, damn, Stephanie White should be given an extension because her system is so good that when people actually buy into it, don't take bad shots, don't act like divas, the team is really good. It is really good. Without, you mentioned it, they win things, they do all this without her. The system's great. The star is a pain in the ass. And they haven't won enough with the star. He mentions Michael Jordan, he mentions Bird, he mentions Magic, he mentions the Jackson 5. All those won at incredible levels with those guys. The Fever haven't won shit. Nothing, zero, zip, not one thing with Caitlin Clark. A little bit different. Not a system. The system is great. Like, I don't get this shit off of a bathroom wall and take a piss and say, you know what? Caitlin Clark's a diva. I talk to people inside the organization. I got people.
What? At this point, how much more evidence do people need before they start connecting the dots? When you hear these comments being made publicly, you have to ask yourself where they're coming from and why they're being pushed in the first place. To me, this sounds like Lin Dunn talking directly to the fans. This sounds like the Indiana Fever front office sending a message about Caitlin Clark without actually putting Lin Dunn in front of a microphone. We're talking about Lin Dunn. We're talking about Kelly Krauskopf. We're talking about Amber Cox. We're talking about Stephanie White and the entire assistant staff. That's why people are paying attention. And then you hear the argument that Stephanie White is one of the smartest basketball minds in the game. Fine, that's the opinion being presented. But in the same breath, critics are using Caitlin Clark's accomplishments against her and questioning what she has or hasn't won. That's where the debate starts. because fans look at the situation and wonder why so much criticism continues to be directed at Caitlin Clark when she remains the biggest draw in the sport. Then you have discussions about Vanderbilt. You have discussions about Connecticut. You have discussions involving Alyssa Thomas and moments that fans still bring up years later. Whether people agree with those criticisms or not, they continue to be part of the conversation. The bigger point is that many fans believe there's a disconnect between Caitlin Clark and key decision-makers within the Indiana Fever organization. That's why every comment from Lin Dunn, every decision from Stephanie White, every move involving Kelly Krauskopf, and every statement connected to Amber Cox gets analyzed under a microscope. People are watching closely because they want to know what is really happening behind the scenes. Get down in the comments and let me know what you think. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share the channel.